another video. I hope you are doing very well. For today's video, I'm going to show you what I ate in a week as a vegan for breakfast. In today's video, we have a healthy combination of both savory and sweet vegan breakfast ideas. So hopefully if you're feeling a little stuck, if you're feeling a little bit repetitive, this can help you out quite a lot. Anyway, that's enough of me. Let's get into the video. This is a week of vegan breakfasts, and I hope you enjoy. Alrighty, so on Monday morning, I started my day with one of my favorite savory vegan breakfasts, and this is a chickpea scramble. I have made this many times on my YouTube channel, and every time it's a little bit different because as I learn and develop, I am learning the best way to make chickpea scramble. For today's, I mashed up some chickpeas in a bowl with my hands, and then I added in some nutritional yeast, plant-based milk, salt and pepper. Here you could also add different spices and flavors if you would like to, but I like mine pretty simple. Then over the heat, I put some olive oil into a pan, allowed that to heat up, and then added in my chickpea scramble mixture. As you can see, it looks very liquidy, but this is how I like it to be because it slowly but surely becomes more of like a solidified kind of vibe. If you see what's happening there, you can pretty much see what's going on. So I toasted 2 pieces of toast with this, and I then put them onto a plate with the chickpea scramble on top. This again also would go really well with different sides, like if you liked mushrooms for breakfast, avocado, roasted tomatoes would all give it some more flavor, but I like mine very, very simple. If you've never tried chickpea scramble for breakfast before, I really recommend giving it a go. Moving on to Tuesday, and I started my day with my absolute favorite smoothie bowl at the moment. In a blender, I first of all started with a splash of plant-based milk, some cacao and coconut protein, frozen bananas, frozen raspberries, and frozen blackberries, and I blended it all together until it had this really beautiful texture. This is pretty much the kind of texture that I like from my smoothie bowls, and if you are interested, by the way, I use a Vitamix for everything pretty much. It's like the best thing that I own, honestly. Anyway, I put this all into a bowl, put some fresh strawberries, some homemade chocolate granola, some peanut butter on top, and then I also put on some passion fruit as well. Passion fruit is one of my favorite fruits, and it has been so good at the moment. And this is what I had for breakfast on Tuesday. The beauty of making smoothie bowls is you can mix them up and make so many different kinds, and you'll always be bound to find something that you like. And yeah, this is my personal favorite. Moving on to Wednesday, and on Wednesday for breakfast we are making something that I call a breakfast bruschetta, and this is a great way to get your veggies in early in the day. I first of all started by cutting up some cherry tomatoes. I cut up like I think 10 to 12 cherry tomatoes or something like that. If you're new to my channel, by the way, I will always put the full ingredient list down in the description box below if you are wanting to try these at home and use the exact measurements. I put all of the chopped cherry tomatoes into a bowl, and then I used some avocado, and then I also put that into the bowl as well. And then I also used some fresh spring onion, which is my favorite kind of onion. And then I also put in some kale, which I chopped into really fine pieces. Then I chopped a lemon in half, and I used the juice of half of a lemon on top, as well as some salt and some pepper, and mixed that together roughly with my hands. Once this was all nice and well mixed together, I then put 2 pieces of sourdough bread into the toaster until it was well cooked, and then I put these 2 pieces of sourdough onto a plate, and very, very simply I just served the breakfast bruschetta mix on top. Again, this is something that you could really mix up and add different things to if you'd like to. I put a drizzle of olive oil on top for extra flavor. I love olive oil on pretty much everything, as you may have noticed at this point, and that is what I had for breakfast on Wednesday. Moving on to Thursday, and I made a soaked muesli, bircher, overnight oats thing, whatever you would like to call it, that's what it is. And in this one I put in oats, flax meal, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds. I mixed it all together roughly, and then I added in some plant-based milk as well as some coconut yogurt. It was passion fruit flavored coconut yogurt, and I mixed that together. Then I decided I needed a little bit of extra flavor, so I added in some vanilla to it as well. You could add maple syrup or something like that if you wanted a bit more sweetness. Then I put this in the fridge overnight, and the next day is when I served it up for breakfast. This is a really good breakfast if you're someone who is time poor and just needs to take something on the go with you in the morning as well. I just put some coconut milk as well as some more coconut yogurt and fresh passion fruit on top to give it a little bit more sweetness, and that is what I had for breakfast on Thursday. Again, something you can really mix up with lots of different flavors. That's the awesome thing about plant-based food. There is so much variety. Moving on to Friday, and we are making roasted brekkie potatoes. Is there anything better than potatoes for breakfast? I honestly don't know if there is. So I started by chopping up 3 potatoes into very small cubed pieces. The smaller the better in my opinion for this recipe. And then I put all of these potatoes into a medium-sized bowl, and I drizzled them with some olive oil and also put in some salt and some pepper. Then using my hands, I just mixed this together roughly in a bowl until it was nice and well combined, and then I put it onto a lined baking tray and into the oven for about like 20 to 30 minutes. Obviously depends on how good your oven is. Mine is not that crash hot. Then in a pan I just drizzled with some olive oil, and I put a handful of kale in there, and I cooked that until it was nice and crispy. I also added a little bit of salt and pepper just for flavor. And then into a bowl I served up the roasted potatoes with the fried kale, and then also put half of an avocado on top just for a little bit of healthy fats in my brekkie this morning. And that's what I had for brekkie on Friday. And now we're going to move on to Saturday. It's the weekend. Heck yeah. Alrighty, Saturday we're having an acai bowl, one of my favorite foods in the whole entire world. I started with some plant-based milk as well as some passion fruit coconut yogurt. Then I followed that with some frozen bananas as well as some frozen raspberries, and then I put in my acai packet. Most of you will know by now that I love Amazonia products, so I use their acai pure in all of my acai bowls. I took the blender and blended this all up until it was nice and well combined and has a really nice thick consistency, and then I topped it with fresh fruit. Today I went for some orange and some passion fruit and some more coconut yogurt on top, also with some peanut butter on top. Acai without peanut butter is not a thing. And then I had some fresh strawberries as well as some chia seeds, and that is what I had for breakfast on Saturday. Love a good acai bowl and love the fact that you can mix them up, change the flavor, all that good stuff. Okay, let's move on to Sunday. On Sunday, we are having like the most simple breakfast, but this is one that I am obsessed with at the moment. I started by first of all toasting 2 pieces of sourdough toast. Super simple. And then I put on my favorite combo, some vegan butter and some Vegemite. Vegemite, if you're from Australia, you'll probably understand. If you're not, most non-Australians that I've met don't like Vegemite, but I love it. Then in a glass, I started with some ice as well as some plant-based milk, and then I put in a chocolate mixture that I just made from water, cacao powder and maple syrup, and I had a nice little iced chocolate to go with my Vegemite toast for brekkie, and that is what I had for breakfast this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Alrighty, my beautiful friends, so that is a week of vegan breakfasts. I hope you got some nice ideas from the video and new things that you want to try and make in the kitchen. All of these meals, like most of my meals, are very simple, and if you are interested in more recipe ideas, I have a whole bunch of a week of vegan food videos, and I will link them down in the description box below. If you're new here and you like my content, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe and join our beautiful little community. And as always, thank you so much for being here. I genuinely appreciate it so much, and I will see you very soon for another video. Have a beautiful day. I love you so much. Bye.